Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of Tokyo Revengers. This episode's titled Rechange. It's episode 8 and wow, guys, I don't even know where to begin with this episode. First off, what I love about Tokyo Revengers is just when we think something big is going to happen, it takes a small thing to make it, leveled. And just when we think something small is happening, something big happens to escalate the drama. And I want to say when it comes to the writing of this show, it definitely does catch you off guard. It feels very Game of Thronesy when I think the show is going one way and it goes another. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it catches you right when you're about to let your guard down and you think, oh, is everything okay? And just when you're like, okay, maybe we can relax. And then just when we relax, we get info on something bigger than that, and it catches us off guard at the worst possible time, man. Ooh. So let me just talk about this episode from how it begins. So the episode picks up where we left off, with Takemitchi literally being pissed at both Mikey and Draken. And just when I thought he was about to beat the crap out of them, he can't even hit them. He falls into a trash can and he gets a piece of shit on his head. And because it's funny and he's being so serious and he's yelling at them, they point it out like, okay, Takemitchi, but you got shit on your head. And they make fun of him. They laugh. They run away. Everybody makes fun of him, laughs, and run away. And they all start kind of just... As much as I think the humor was it, I think Takemitchi does understand that his words did come across to his two friends, and it's that, like, it's not just them fighting. It causes ripple effects with everybody to each other, and it is nice to see that something as funny as comedy can something as great as comedy can really bridge the two together. That really did make me go, you know what, I fuck with that. But other than that, I would have to say what really made this episode fulfilled was seeing the joy that Takemitchi takes knowing that everything was great. The first half of this episode, when everyone's playing together, everyone's hanging out together, it feels so humbling and it feels so amazing that, like, it takes you back to when you got in a fight with your friends, and it's something as simple as just being able to laugh at something or remember something, or even just enjoy each other's company again, or someone says something funny, or you say, bro, we good, are we good? Like that kind of making up really goes long ways. And seeing them all play together and just kind of like whatever happened, it's in the past, we friends now again. And it just goes to show, like, big personalities have big resolves, in a sense. Do you understand? Like, it's easy for two small people to squash beef. When two people have two big, like, contradicting resolves and personalities and ideals, it makes sense why it's so hard to make up, because it means we either have to make up at the same time or one of us has to show weakness. And for these two big titans of people, it's really hard for them to just go, you know what, bro, hey, I fucked up. And the other person has to be able to say the same shit. I fucked up too. I didn't see where you're coming from. And we get the true origin of this fight, which is that, well, when Pa decided to turn himself in, Mikey was like, fuck that, bro. He should have just let us help him and get him out and, keep him hidden. And for Draken, it was, no, he wanted to get caught. We have to honor his memory. In a sense, it's which person has our friend's best interest. Is it letting him learn from his lesson, or is it keeping him safe no matter what? Because we're his friends. And it's a very big debate on what was right to do. Well, should we just let him do what he wanted to do, or should we always have his back, no matter if he wants us to have his back? It still doesn't, there's no correct answer on this, other than this was what he wanted, and we can't really put our friendship against itself because of we're going against something that a friend of ours wanted. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. That keeps me, like, thinking, you know what, maybe what would I have done in that situation? Would I have helped a friend? Would I have let him honestly, I think I'd be more prone to what Draken did. If my friend wanted to be caught and he wanted to turn himself in, I would honor his memory and be like, you know what, dude, I got you. I know people who are down like Mikey who would have been like, no, dude, I would murder for you if that meant that you could get away with this. It's very compelling questions being asked here. And just when we think, okay, the worst is beyond us, the date comes back August 3rd. Still very troubling, but what makes you let your guard down just a bit during this episode is the fact that it's a double date. It's Emma and Draken and Hina and Takemitchi. They're all having fun. She still does. Our guard gets let down not just by seeing Draken in this comedic environment with Takemitchi, but it's also let down with the fact that Takemitchi and Hina have their own relationship to tackle, especially the big issue with Emma. It still does have to be reprimanded, and it's funny that she forgives Emma, but she still holds Takemitchi like, bro, you kind of cheated, and he's like, I didn't do anything though. It's so funny, it's so cute, I love it. But they have this little cute moment where she and him are gonna kiss, and she tells him she forgives him and how much she enjoys seeing him try. And just when we think we're about to get a kiss and that this episode's gonna end on a wholesome moment, we're gonna end on a good moment, his homie calls him and goes, bro, look, I got some big intel. It turns out that the Mikey faction still wants to fuck up Draken. And then we're thinking, wait, what? Why? They made up. And it's just that they're not, because that ordeal, like, just like as Takemitchi said in the early episode, you're making us fight. It's not just you guys fighting, it's the entire Toman gang that is fighting against each other because of who was right and who's wrong. And this ripples into this, and the fact that there's a faction that, even though they've made up, they're still fighting over what's right and wrong about in this entire situation. They're not satisfied with the fact that, okay, so you guys made up. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're still not heated or live about this, which is a very good point. Like, you guys have already caused this. So Takemitchi decides, you know what, Hina, stay where you're at. I gotta go look for Draken. And he runs into Kiyomasa, the guy who bullied him, and he gets the fucking shit rocked out of him and gets his confidence reshattered. And it's something that I've thought about this show, and it's kind of the same reason why I didn't like redo ReZero, is seeing a protagonist being beaten so many times and crying over the fact that he's beaten, and it keeps like, oh, why am I so weak, can get annoying, dangerously annoying, especially in fucking ReZero, where it's almost like every other episode he's crying about why he can't save and protect everyone. But I will say this. What makes Takemitchi way different than what is his name? Kazuma is his name from ReZero, or I don't remember his name. What makes him different than that character is the fact that Hina does reawaken him, saying, do you know how brave you are crying for other people? You don't cry just for yourself. You cry for your friends. You cry for Draken. You cry for Mikey. That's why they like you. That's why when his homie committed suicide, he goes, you're a crybaby hero, because he never cries for himself, guys. He cries for his friends. That's the most wholesome and badass thing a person can do, is have so much empathy that your tears aren't for yourself, they're for the people you love. And she reawakens that side of him with a kiss, but no less, she gives him a kiss. I was so happy. Oh, I love the kiss. But just rewaking him, giving him the confidence to decide to get back up and go looking for Draken again to save him from Kiyomasa, because Kiyomasa and the rest of the gang want to kill Draken for embarrassing him. And while that's going down, he runs into the motorcycle dude with the cool silver hair, and he lets him know, like, look, it's not just that gang that we got to worry about. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, Pei's looking for him. Pei is Paul's best friend. And he goes, wait, why? He goes, all because of the fact that what really started the argument was the fact that Mikey wanted to put money together from the gang and bail Paul out. But Draken said, fuck that. No, we're not going to do that. And because of that, Pei took that offensively, saying, so he's not worthy enough to be bailed out. So Pei is going to go after Draken. But it's not just that. I really believe Pei going after Draken for that cliffhanger is a red herring. We're just going to see them talk. He's going to beat him up. They're going to talk. But it's going to be Kiyomasa, who's in the rest of the Mobius gang. They're going to run up on them and jump them. And I think it's going to have to end up with Takemitchi fighting Kiyomasa, which I do want to see Takemitchi fight. We haven't seen Takemitchi ever fight in this show. I want you guys to realize that we have not seen him throw a punch. We've seen him scare people, we've seen him get beaten up, but we haven't seen him actually fight back. So hopefully we see him fight back and he does a better fight than before, because we've seen him try to just get beat up. We haven't seen him actually like put in effort into a fight. Hopefully next episode we do. If I had to rate this episode, I'd definitely give it a B plus. 8 out of 5 out of 10. It is definitely fun. It was definitely good. There were certain things I wish would have happened, but I'm actually happy they didn't, because they lead up to something better coming along. It subverts my attention from thinking it's going to go one way to another, and this is why I really like Tokyo Revengers. Is I'm never just thinking. I'm always caught off guard in the most wholesome aspect. I don't see it coming. I don't expect to see this person coming back. I don't see this going it this way, and this is why this show is so fucking live, guys. This show's so good. You guys need to watch it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for it. This 8 out of 5 out of 10 B plus episode, guys. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I really need to see Kiyomasa versus fucking Takemitchi round 2, and I want to see Takemitchi put in some work. I don't give a fuck if he gets beat up. I just want to see him at least land a good punch on Kiyomasa. Anyways, guys, yeah, we're gonna end the episode here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your boy Poppy Wolf saying peace out, adios. I love y'all. Mwah. Bye.